Hey, I want to welcome everyone. Welcome to Fruit for Your Life. And this video, we're going to talk about 5 enemies of a fruitarian. 5 enemies. Stick around because they're your enemy. Okay, I want you all to meet your enemy. For those of you who are new into eating raw and eating whole foods and fruitarians, hey, you have some enemies that you're going to have to stay away from. All right, so let's not hold them back anymore. Let's go ahead and start with the first one: processed sugar. Processed sugar, you know, the white sugar that sits at the table that everybody usually spoons in their coffee, tea, you know, lemonade, all of that. White processed sugar has no nutritional value to it whatsoever, and it is addictive. All right, so that's going to be enemy number 1. If you want to talk about something getting those dopamines released in your brain, it is that white table sugar. Stay away from it. It is not a friend of ours. Now, notice I did not say sugar, okay, because not all sugar is bad. Fructose, which is what fruit is made out of, or sugar is made from fruit. Okay, so that sugar that's in your fruit is not bad for you. It's just right for you. Okay, so when you eat that fruit whole, that sugar is perfect for your body, goes straight into your cells to heal your body. Okay, that sugar is okay. Stay away from the ultra processed white table sugar. It has no benefit for you, okay? That's enemy number 1. All right, enemy number 2, sodium. Okay, now sodium, we're talking about the white table salt. All right, that table salt has no nutritional value. It is horrible. It's highly processed. It is bleached. They have added caking agents to it. Let me tell you the reason why they like to use it. Because the little salt particles, they're all the same size. So it works well with food, like especially with restaurants and stuff like that. But it has no nutritional value. It is mined from underground. So when they bring it up, they have to process that stuff out. And if there were minerals in it, it's gone. Totally gone. Stay away from it. If you have to use salt, use sea salt. Now, I've been to Israel before and I've seen the salt crystals growing around the Dead Sea. That's different, okay? How they make some sea salt is they take seawater and they evaporate it. And that's how you get sea salt. And if you notice, the crystals of it, they're not all the same. They're not alike, okay? It's because it's less processed. So if you're going to use salt, I would suggest you use black sea salt or you use Himalayan. Salt is salt, but it's nothing like that table salt that they try to give us. All right. Number 3, saturated fats. It is bad cholesterol. All right. Bad cholesterol. This is the stuff that you do not want to take into your body. Yes, fruits do have fat, but that's not bad fat. That is actually good fat. Okay, so this saturated fat gets into your blood system and it causes the plaque that causes heart attacks. So that's one of the things that we definitely have to stay away from. It gets in and it saturates that fat into your blood. Also, it's also associated with insulin resistance. All right, you see where this is going? Saturated fat gets into your blood. It causes insulin resistance because the receptors cannot pick up that sugar and take it into the cell. The fat has covered the receptors. The saturated fat has covered those receptors, leaving that blood or that sugar inside of your blood, causing your pancreas to have to overwork itself. And over a period of time, that's where type 2 diabetes actually develops. So we've got to stay away from saturated fats. Now you look at good fats, avocados, okay, coconut, those kind of fats are actually a good fat for your body. Your body can actually use that for some good, all right? So let's remember to stay away from that. Next, another enemy, number 4, monosodium glutamate. Monosodium glutamate enhances the flavor of foods. Okay, so I'm not saying this to put anybody down. I'm just telling you what type of food you're really going to find this in. You're going to find this in a lot of Asian foods, a lot of Chinese food that we go and buy. They use a lot of monosodium glutamate. That's why after a lot of you eat it, you get headaches, you start sweating, you get chest pains. Sometimes you even get the shakes a little bit. Okay, that's from the monosodium glutamate. All right. You're going to find it. So they don't want to always use that name on the side of cans. You're going to find it in all kinds of processed food. You're going to find it in your chips, your potato chips, any kind of bagged food or packaged food. You're going to find it in. And they put it in there because they want to add flavor to it and they want to make it last long. Okay. But it really is to put the flavor in. That's really why they're doing it. Okay, so they try to cover it up a little bit and they call it hydrolyzed vegetable protein. If you don't see monosodium glutamate and you see hydrolyzed vegetable protein, or you see autolyzed yeast extract, okay? Like, I know it's a hard word to say. I'm already twisted up saying it, but that's what you're going to find on the back of the packaging of food. Hopefully you're not going to be finding any packaging food anyway, except you're buying, for example, lettuce or something, or spinach in a bag, and it should have the whole ingredient. It's a whole food. It is of itself. So frozen vegetables and things like that, you shouldn't find any kind of chemicals or anything in it. It should just be the whole food itself in there. So be very careful with that. Here's another one. Number 5. Homogenization and processing of fruit. All right, homogenized fruit. Okay, you're going to find this in your canned fruits. Look, I know that it's cheaper sometimes to buy canned fruit, especially when it's on sale, but it also has corn syrup and stuff like that in it. Okay, when you find that homogenization and processing of fruit, you're going to find that it loses its fiber. Ever notice that canned fruit is real mushy, kind of? Okay, it's lost its fiber, and that's what they pretty much have done, and it's because they've cooked it. All right. Also, you're going to find a higher concentration of sugar. You can get the no sugar added, but it doesn't matter. What they've done with it, they've somewhat cooked it. They've added heat to it, and it's concentrating that sugar. And if that's not enough, again, they have added corn syrup or they've added sugar to it, which is not good. Also, there is a loss of nutrients because of what they have done. They've heated it up. So when you heat fruit up, or you heat any kind of food up, you cause the nutrients to leave out of that food, and you have to be careful of that. And during that, if you buy that canned type of food, you're going to find that they have put preservatives and additives in it. And that specifically is for adding shelf life to the food. And also it enhances the flavor. All right. So those 5 things are your enemy. You want to stay away from any of it. Any processed, canned food, you want to leave it alone. It is not your friend. It actually works counter to what you're trying to do to your body. You're trying to provide nourishment to your body so that your body can heal itself. All right. But when we add these man-made chemicals in, it totally messes up the whole plan that your body is trying to use to fix your body. It's kind of like you're stifling it. So make sure that you are using whole food. That is your friend. And I know I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying that, but that whole fruit food is your only friend when it comes to your weight loss, when it comes to the healing of your body through what you are eating. Everything else, it stifles it. All right. Hey, I hope this was good for you. Again, Those are 5 enemies that you do want to stay away from. Hey, if you got any good value from this, hey, please subscribe to the channel. Please give a thumbs up and even leave a comment. I love to read you all's comments. Now, let me say this. I'm getting so many comments now that I actually can't keep up with all of them. So I try to read as many of them as I can, and I may not always respond, but I am reading down through it, and I do appreciate you all so much, and please forgive me for not being able to respond to everyone's comments. But I thank you so much for listening. The next one that I'm gonna do, we're gonna talk about your mindset. Your mindset has a lot to do whether or not this is going to be a sustainable lifestyle to you, which I'm sure it is. I'm positive this is a sustainable lifestyle for you, all right? Hey, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some meat from this, and I will see you on the next video. All right, y'all take care. Bye-bye.